Okay, a couple stories that I have about my wife is everybody knows that she's like very organized. How's your day going? Okay, so my wife is a very organized person to an extreme, let's put it that way. And back in our motorcycle riding days, we, we used to pack up the Suzuki 1000 off for Colorado, and we had this trunk on the back, and we got some saddlebags and stuff, but the trunk was inadequate, to say the least. It didn't hold enough, and so she decided that she would make a bag to put on top, kind of like the first tea bag, except this was like the Z bag, because at night, when you were done with what you had packed in it, you could put the motorcycle in it. Because it would like expand and it opened, it had a roll-up door, and it did run the trunk that it used to sit on. So, and then another story I have is just a few years back we were baptized. I accepted Jesus as my Savior, and she's always been trying to get me saved, and I finally did. And so the other, a couple months ago or whatever, I walked up behind her and kind of reached over and gave her a kiss on the top of the head, and I said, "Who loves you more than I do?" And she said, "God does." And she's right. He does.
Well, I think I do too. Becky's always been known for her sense of humor, and one time we went to an all-you-can-eat shrimp buffet, and I think it was $9.99 for all-you-can-eat. This was quite a few years back, because our son, Rich, was pretty small at the time. I can't remember exactly how old he was.
Still pretty small.
He's still pretty small, yeah. And I was a little hesitant to spend $9.99 for him to eat the shrimp because I was pretty sure he wouldn't get his money's worth. After about the sixth helping of shrimp that he had, he turns and he says, "Mom, did I get $9.99 worth of shrimp?" And Becky says, "Well, you got $9.99 worth of ketchup."
You know what this one is?
Well, Dad said that I should tell it. So my mom will laugh the hardest when on America's Funniest Home Videos when people fall down and get hurt the worst.
No.
When they appear to get hurt. Okay. Well, when I was about 13 or so, we had this cat named Scooter, and we had just come home, and I was walking from the kitchen into the hallway, and he darted out from the living room in front of me, and he caused me to actually trip and fall. Oh, excuse you. And he caused me to trip and fall. Well, I knew that she was going to laugh. I just knew it. So I said, on my way down to the ground, I said, "It's not funny," which just made it even funnier.
Becky's dad and my dad were brothers, and they had one sister. And one day, my aunt said they were driving down, just her, my aunt and Becky, little, probably 5 years old, driving down North 63rd. And my aunt says, "I used to live in that house." And Becky's eyes got big as saucers, and she says, "My dad did too."
Hi, Becky. Remember me? I'm one of the older ones you didn't want to ride with in motorcycle. You see, we're in the picture you saw. I'm the one with the white hair on the motorcycles. And when Becky first met us, she happened to be up in the Black Hills with Jack and Patty.
That was my, I was one of the
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I got and Chris knew each other. So Jack had prepared Becky and said to Becky and Danny, you have to go to Heart Ranch with us. We have to at least go so you can meet these people and ride a little bit. And Becky's going, okay, I will, but I'm not riding with those old people over at Heart Ranch all the time. You know that, Becky, does that seem just like yesterday? It seems like you and I have been friends forever, and we've had so much fun these years riding a motorcycle. And so I have to tell you, when we were in Heart Ranch just a few weeks ago together, Becky came up with this idea of this, well, I think up there you were calling it a pre-wake. This little time ahead, because you said that you knew everybody, should you go before the rest of us, that everybody would be together afterwards and we'd all be telling stories and laughing, and you wanted to be there and you wanted to hear the stories yourself. So Pat and I kidded you after we gulped and said, okay, sure, we're for it, we'll do it. We kidded you to write a script for us, and you were supposed to mail it to us and get something for us to read, so we could say all the perfect things about you and how funny you were. So I think I'm just going to wing it, and mine's not so funny as much as I just wanted to share with you, Becky, the spiritual gifts I think that God gave to you. You know, in the purpose-driven life that you and Danny have studied, I know, and it says that God gives each and every one of us different gifts. And the minute your name comes to mind in my heart, it's the gift of giving and always doing for others. Just when we were in the Black Hills a few weeks ago, and I know you had some good days with us and some days when you were awfully tired, but you made one of your famous runs to the dollar store. And here she came back, even though it wasn't one of her best days, with this little squirt bottle for me. I said, here, Mary, you can use this for our solution for the carpet cleaner. And I thought, here, with everything else, and you not feeling good that day, here you were in the dollar store looking at something to bring back for me. And by the way, ladies, that's the best little hint there is on cleaning carpets that Becky and I know. So you ask us later and we'll tell you. But that's you, Becky. You are always into each of us, no matter where we are, what we're doing, some sweet little gift, because you've always got everybody in your heart. In that book, I know it says that your spiritual gifts are gifts that are given to you by God to give away to others, and that's what you do continually. And I thought and thought, Becky, I don't know what the next few months are going to be. And I, as I'm sure everybody else in this room, has asked for a miracle that God lets you grow old with us. And I don't know if that's what's going to happen. But if it doesn't, I know that God's already given us so many miracles by just having you in Chris's and my life. That has meant so much to us in these few years to feel as if I have known you all of my life. So, and on the organizing note that Danny mentioned, should you beat me to heaven, and I know that's where you're going, and I know the first things God's going to do is say, I have this room over here on these clouds. I really needed you up here, Becky. That's why you're here a little bit early, because I needed you to organize it. And I just want you to ask God right then, that's fine. But when my friend Mary comes up here, can she work with me? Because I have a lot more things to learn from you. I love you, Becky. I love you so much.
One of my mom's favorite stories was when we were out at the farm. They had just gotten a house on auction, silent auction. They moved out to the farm, and it was a rare day. I was helping Mom with dishes. But,
I threatened you.
yeah. I was helping with dishes, and our pet dog Muffy was out in the yard. And I craned my neck up to see the dog. I said, where's Muffy? Mom goes, you're on my foot. I said, I didn't ask you where I was.